Hi guys, it's Sheena here, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga flow for the low belly pooch. So this is a yoga flow that's going to focus on core strengthening. We're going to bring the attention to the navel chakra, or the area in the lower abdomen. So this is a great flow to start your day with, as it builds heat and it builds strength and confidence on the mat as well, that you can take with you off of your mat. If you can't do this video right now, no worries. Go ahead and save it for later, and you can practice at any time that's good for you. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in a comfortable seat on the mat today. So option to take a cross-legged seat here, or maybe you take traditional meditation seat, bringing one foot to the opposite inner thigh. Wherever you are, let's bring hands to the knees here and sit up nice and tall, so a nice long yoga spine. Let's bring the palms to face up to the ceiling, so beginning to open up the shoulders here. We're going to come into a little breath practice before we begin our yoga flow. So notice how even sitting in this tall seat, we immediately have to engage the abdominals. So begin to squeeze your core to protect your low back to help you sit up nice and tall here. Gently close your eyes if that feels good for you. And let's start with a big cleansing breath here. So take a big inhale through your nose. And a big open mouth exhale to sigh it out. Good, and now sealing the lips, we'll come into an Ujjayi breath practice, inhaling through the nose, and exhaling this time through the nose. Let's breathe like this about 5 times. So inhale to find length. And on the exhale, notice how the shoulders relax down. Keep breathing on your own like this. Trying to find space in the low belly here. So on the inhale, filling up the low belly like a balloon. On the exhale, pushing all the air out of the body. So remembering here, our Ujjayi breath is the foundation of our yoga practice. So can you stay with this long flowing breath throughout the practice today? Gently begin to open your eyes. We're going to come to a seated cat-cow flow here to warm up the spine. So keep the hands on the knees. On your inhale, pull your belly through. So think cow pose in the belly. Begin to lift your heart up toward the ceiling. And on your exhale, begin to pull away from your knees as you curl your chin to your chest. Good, let's do that twice more. Inhale, drop the heart. Maybe you look up if it's comfortable for the neck. And then exhale to pull away. Really find length in the back body here. Yeah, last time like this, inhale. Easy exhale. Inhale to a neutral spine. And from here, let's come to a tabletop position, all fours. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders here, and then flipping to the tops of your feet. So go ahead and flatten your back here, really pulling the low belly in and pushing away from the ground. Let's take an inhale for cow pose. So drop your belly, gaze up. And exhale for your cat pose. Curl your chin to your chest, pull the low belly in. Good, let's do that twice more. Inhale through the crown of the head, find length. Exhale, cat pose. Last one here, inhale, cow pose. Exhale for cat. Good, inhale to a flat back here, and this time we're going to warm up the shoulders. So on your next inhale, reach your right arm high to the sky. Still really pulling the low belly in here. This time on the exhale, bring your arm back behind you, so really opening up through the right side body here. And then inhale, we're gonna make a big circle with that right arm. So keep breathing here as you find length in the right side body. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale all the way forward, up overhead. This time, bring the right arm up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, loop it through the left, thread the needle. So we'll stay here for one full breath, and you can crawl that left hand all the way out in front of you. Take an inhale, and an exhale, let it go. Walk your left hand back in towards the body. Inhale to unwind, right arm to the sky. Exhale, tabletop, all fours. And we'll do that on the other side. So inhale your left arm high. This time, exhale, bring it back behind you, continuing to squeeze your abdomen here. And then inhale to make those big circles here. So try and go a little bit bigger than you think you can. Just really finding space in the left side body here. Last breath. Exhale here. Inhale, bring the hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, loop it through the right, thread the needle. Let's take one full breath here. Exhale, let it go. Walk your right hand back in towards the body. Inhale to unwind one more time. Exhale to your tabletop, all fours. Okay, we're warmed up. Let's begin to build some heat. So from here, take a big inhale. Tuck your toes behind you. Begin to push the ground away as you lift your knees to hover off the ground. So squeeze your core here, squeeze your glutes, keeping the neck nice and long. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, keep your hips low. Extend into your arms for hovering child's pose. Good, and then use your core. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Stay light on the tippy toes. Exhale, hovering child's pose. Last one here, inhale, hovering tabletop. This time, exhale, hovering child's pose, hold. Inhale here. Exhale, make your way all the way to downward facing dog. Good. So let's take 2 rounds of breath in down dog. This is our first down dog, so maybe you take a bit of a wider stance here, and then begin to really push the ground away. Take one more breath. Maybe you come up onto the tippy toes and then lower the heels down, just finding a little stretch in the back of the legs. From here, bring your feet a little bit closer together. This time we're going to take a big inhale, come up high onto your tippy toes as you roll forward, high plank position, so full spinal wave. Use your core, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. So the only thing that's moving here is our hips. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, come up high onto the tippy toes, squeeze your core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale for 2, really articulating the spine. Exhale, down dog. Last one, inhale, high plank. Again, pulling the abdomen up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Let's take one full breath here. Exhale, let it go. Okay, bend into your knees. Look past your hands and walk to a forward fold at the top of your mat. So first forward fold. Let's take a little ragdoll here, breathing into the upper body. Grab your elbows. Keeping a slight bend into the knees, just take a gentle sway side to side. You can nod the head yes, shake the head no. For one more breath. Good, release your elbows. Inhale up for a halfway lift, flatten your back, squeeze your core. Exhale to fold down. So from forward fold, we're going to come into ragdoll. So begin to grab opposite elbows, bend into your knees, and let's take a little sway side to side. Good, let's take an inhale here. This time on the exhale, release your hands down. We'll inhale up for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold one more time. Okay, this time inhale to chair pose. So sit your booty back, reach your arms out in front of you, squeeze your low belly in. Take an inhale in chair. On the exhale, settle in. This time bring your arms out wide, elbows out wide, hands come behind the head. Inhale here. On the exhale, bring your right elbow to your left knee. And so we're going to use our obliques here to twist. Inhale to twist, exhale to lower down. Good, keep going. So not so important how fast you go here. Really focus on the form. Are you pulling your low belly into your back ribs? Are you squeezing your glutes? Good, keep going for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. Inhale to find length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and we're going to take Sun Salutation A 3 times now to warm up the body even more. So inhale, step back, high plank position. Exhale, come up onto the tippy toes, lower halfway or all the way, your choice. Remember, you can do this from the knees as well. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, let's take one breath in down dog. So inhale here. Exhale, let it go. We're going to take these next 2 a little bit faster. Inhale, bend into your knees, look past your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise, tall mountain pose. Maybe you take a little back bend. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands. Inhale is high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog, squeeze your core. Exhale, downward dog. Good, 1 breath here. Exhale, let it go. Last one, bend into your knees, look past your hands. Exhale is forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Root to rise all the way, find length in the spine. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, chaturanga dandasana. Remember, you can always just step it back to downward dog if you don't feel like taking a full vinyasa here. When you get to down dog, take 1 full breath. Okay, inhale, bend into your knees. On the exhale, come back to your forward fold. This time, inhale back to your chair pose. So sit your booty back. If you'd like a little more this time, maybe you bring your arms up overhead. Take an inhale in your chair. On the exhale, we're going to use our core and our glute strength to lower all the way down onto the ground. Nice. So from here, we're going to come straight to boat pose. So modified, keep your feet on the ground. Otherwise, begin to lift your feet off the ground, but keep your chest lifted. So lift the feet, flex or point the toes, choose one. Bring your arms out in front of you, your palms facing up, squeeze your core here, and we're just gonna hold Navasana for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, lower down, low boat, feet and shoulders hover. So squeeze your core here. You should be shaking. I know it's tricky, but squeeze your core to protect your low back for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. Lower all the way down. Okay, let's give the low back just a little rest here. So bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your shins here. So just feeling that low back connect to the ground. Find some compression in the hips here. Okay, let's set up for a bridge pose. So stretching out the hip flexors. Even though this is a hip-focused pose, we're still working the core here, so keep pulling the low belly in. So bridge pose, bring your feet in towards your hips, and then begin to tuck your tailbone so the low back is really planted on the ground here. Bring your arms out in front of you, palms face down. Relax your shoulders down. Really push into your heels as you inhale. Lift your hips up to the ceiling. Good, slight tuck of the chin here. And on your exhale, just lower down. So we're not touching the ground, we're just gonna hover a couple inches. And then inhale to lift. Exhale to lower for 4. Good, keep going. Inhale for 3. Exhale to lower, keep squeezing the core. Inhale for 2. Exhale to lower. Inhale, last one. Let's see if we can hold this one. Option to wiggle your shoulders underneath here, or you can just stay in our traditional bridge, and we're just holding for 2. Keep pulling those low abs in for 1. Well done, and exhale, gently lower vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Good. Let's bring the feet to opposite edges of the mat here, and we're just gonna windshield wiper the legs left to right. So really loosening up the spine. Make sure you're still breathing here. Good. From here, we're going to continue to work the core on our back. So bring your legs up to a tabletop. Legs are going to come out to 90 degrees. Continue to tuck that tailbone. So notice there's no gap between the low back and the ground here. Let's bring our arms out overhead. So arms are up above us. Good. We're going to take a little dead bug variation. So let's start with just the legs. So inhale, straighten your right leg out in front of you. Exhale, bring it back in. Inhale your left leg out. Exhale back in. Let's begin to add the arms. So inhale, left arm comes out in front, right extends. Exhale back. Good. If you'd like a little more, maybe you lift the head off the ground. So notice, keep going. Even when my head is lifted, my neck is nice and long. I'm still pushing my low back into the ground, and I'm using my core here. So keep squeezing your core to take some tension off the low back and off the neck and shoulders. Good. Keep going for 10, for 9, for 8. If your head is lifted, maybe you lift a little higher. For 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Well done. Lower all the way down. Let's bring the knees into the chest one more time. Give yourself a little hug here. And we're going to keep that heart rate high. So from here, rock and roll up to a cross-legged seat, and we're going to take a little half vinyasa. So step back, take your high plank, push the ground away. We're little counter posture. So really puff up the back like cat pose. And then this time we're going to lower halfway down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, just one breath here, just a transition pose. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Okay, this time inhale forwards to your high plank. And your choice, we're going to lower all the way down onto the belly. So from here or from the knees, keep your elbows in. Lower all the way down. Okay, so we've worked our front core. We're going to work our back core now. So really important in these movements to keep pulling your low belly in to protect that low back. So bring your elbows out wide, your hands out in front of you. Make sure you're on the tops of the feet here. And we're going to rest the forehead down on the hands. From here, we're going to take an inhale. As we inhale, we're just going to lift the head and the hands. If this feels good, maybe you lift the feet as well. On the exhale, we're just going to lower down. So that's the whole movement. Here we go. Take an inhale, lift, option to lift the feet. Exhale to lower. Keep squeezing that core. Inhale for 7. Exhale to lower. For 6. So see if you can get a little bit higher each time. Keep going. Really using the back body here and the front core to lift the muscles, engage the glutes. For 3. For 2. Good, last one. And lower all the way down, well done. Let's just relax everything for a moment. So bring your arms down by your sides and just rest one cheek on the mat. Let's take an inhale here and an exhale to let it go. This time we're gonna take Locust Shalabhasana. So arms gonna come behind you this time with the fingertips reaching towards the heels. Same thing, really squeeze that core. That's gonna support the movement here. Bring your forehead down. Take a big inhale when you're ready to lift. Really pull the fingertips back. Option to lift the feet as well if you want the full expression of the pose. So if you're feeling fatigued, just keep those feet down. Otherwise, really keep an active posture here. Keep reaching the fingertips back towards the heels. Good, we're just holding for 3. Every inhale, lifting a little bit higher. For 1. Well done, lower all the way down. This time, bring your arms out wide. And let's bring the opposite cheek to the mat here. Just take an inhale. And an exhale, let it go. From here, one final half vinyasa. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's stretch out that core. So option to take cobra pose here. For cobra, just lifting the chest off the ground, lifting the belly button off the ground. Otherwise, begin to lift your glutes off the ground as well. Upward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a big cleansing breath in down dog. Inhale. Big open mouth exhale. This time, let it go. From down dog, lower down to all fours. And we'll take child's pose. So bring your hips to your heels. Extend your arms out long in front of you. And we're going to take 3 breaths in child's pose. So bring the attention back to the navel. Just noticing what feels different for you energetically. On your next inhale, gently come back up to all fours. And from all fours, we'll come off the hands and knees and make our way to a tall seat. So bring your legs out in front of you. Keep a soft bend in your knees here. Let's take an inhale to reach the arms up overhead. And exhale for a seated forward fold. Begin to fold over your legs. So if you can't reach the toes here, that's okay. Maybe you just rest your hands on your ankles or your shins. And then use every exhale to bend a little bit deeper. So we've done a lot of core strengthening, core opening. Now we're just taking a nice little counter posture. One more breath. On your next inhale, bring your hands up your shins, coming back to that tall seat. And from our tall seat, let's gently lower all the way down onto the back. So last little bit of core strength here. Can you keep the toes flexed towards your face? Really squeeze the abs in towards the back ribs. And lower all the way down nice and controlled. Yeah. From here, bring your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a little hug. Maybe a gentle sway side to side if that feels good. And from here, we're going to take a little supine twist. So bring the legs over to the right side first. Feet can stay stacked or staggered. And then bring your arms out to a big T position. So just finding some space in the body here. Let's take 2 big breaths in spinal twists. Again, using the exhales to twist a little bit deeper. On your inhale, draw that low belly in. Bring the knees in through the center. And on the exhale, we'll come over to the left side. So even in these stretching poses, our low belly is still really active here. The twisting is coming from the core. So keep drawing the belly in. And I know I keep saying that, but we're really bringing attention to that navel here. And that's the foundation of every movement we took today. This time, take an inhale, bring both knees into the chest. This time, give yourself a hug. So bring arms around the shins, lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Take an inhale here. And on your exhale, release out to Shavasana. So we're going to take Butterfly Shavasana today, soles of the feet to touch. When we work the core, we really use the hip flexors. So we're going to take our Supta Baddha Konasana to really open up the low belly, the navel, the hips. Bring one hand to the heart here, one hand to the low belly. And let's take an inhale together here. And this time, open your mouth to exhale, sigh it out. Let's rest in Shavasana for a full minute. Have time to stay in corpse pose longer today, please do so. Otherwise, if you're ready to reawaken, gently bring your hands to your outer thighs, bring your knees to touch. Take a big good morning stretch here. So extend your legs, inhale as you reach your arms all the way overhead. And exhale, bring your knees into your chest one more time. From here, roll over to one side, fetal position. And when you're ready, gently push up to a comfortable seat. In your comfortable seat, bring your hands to your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Let's take a cleansing breath to close out our practice. Take an inhale through your nose. And an exhale to sigh it out. Bring your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Thank you so much for letting me guide you through this practice. As you go forward today, may you have strength and confidence in your body and, of course, in your mind. Bow your chin to your hands. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's flow, and make sure to check out our app, Yoga Plus by Psychetruth, for more videos like this. Namaste.
Welcome to Yoga Plus. Courses available from pupil to yogi. Sort by yoga, fitness, and instructors. Create your own routines. Access the pose library. Yoga Plus by Psychetruth, available on Google Play and the App Store.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psychetruth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.